No. Hello, in this video, I'll be showing you my bronze gold summer glam makeup look. So if you want to learn how or just curious in how I do it, keep on watching. First, I'm putting on my toner. I'm using the Bio Aqua Refresh and Moisture Aloe Vera toner. And on a cotton pad, apply it all over your face and let it dry. And for moisturizer, I'm using the Bio Aqua Refresh and Moisture Aloe Vera Moisturizing Cream. Apply this all over your face and also bringing it down to your neck. While doing this, I like to give myself a face massage for the cream to sink into my skin a little bit better. So after letting your moisturizer set into your skin, I will be using a primer. This step usually depends on your preference, so if you feel that it's unnecessary, you can skip this step. What I'm using is the Farsalis Skin Tune Blur Perfecting Primer Serum, focusing only on my areas where I have visible pores, which is on my T-zone area and the inner portion of my cheeks. Now I'll be applying a highlighting base for an extra glow, and again, this is not a necessary step. I'm using the iconic London Illuminator. There's 3 available shades and I'm using the medium one. Apply to the highlight points of your face or where you usually apply your concealer for that extra shine, since we're going for a summer glam, so you could achieve that extra glow. For foundation, I'm using the Maybelline New York Dream Satin Skin with SPF 24 and I'm in the shade B5 Sand Beige, mixing it with the Maybelline New York Fit Me Matte Poreless in the shade 228 Soft Tan. Before blending in my foundation, I'd spray some Luxe Organics Beauty Mist by Miss Anne Klotz Makeup Setting Spray for a better blending. One common mistake that most don't realize is that they forget to blend their foundation down their neck. So never forget to blend that neck and face with your foundation. For my concealer, I'm using the Maybelline New York Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circle Treatment Concealer in the shade Light. Apply this under your eyes to cover up eye bags, which is highly needed by me. Using the same brush that I had used for my foundation, blend in the concealer for that natural face highlight. And also applying it to my eyelids and using it as my eye primer for a better application for the eyeshadow afterwards. Using my fingers and applying more of the concealer to intensify the coverage of my preference. This step is also unnecessary, only do this when you feel the need of more coverage. Now using a beauty blender and spraying it with the Luxe Organics Beauty Mist to make it moist. Make sure to use a bouncing motion to remove the excess of your foundation and concealer without damaging the base of it. Do this also to eliminate creases under your eyes and eyelids or any fine lines of your face. Now using the Nichido Final Powder in the shade Ivory Glow to set your base for a smoother surface to work on. Now this is necessary especially if you have oily skin like me. And for baking, I usually bake the under part of my eyes where I have visible pores and on my T-zone, since that is where it gets oily throughout the day. I'm using the Nichido Fancy Colors powder in the shade Natural. And this is to brush off the bake and to powder my entire face to set the foundation. And for my brows, this is my favorite product, which is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Deep Brow Pomade in the shade Dark Brown, using a spoolie and brushing my eyebrows upwards. Usually starting at the outer half of my eyebrow and just following the natural shape of it, filling up the sparse area and brushing through it to give it a more natural finish. My technique in making sure not to overdo the application of the pomade on my brows is quite easy. Just gently remove the excess product from the tip of the brush on the sides of the pomade container. That way you can slowly build up your desired consistency without overdoing it and making it look more natural. Now using a cleaner spoolie brush, just gently brush through your brows to blend it much further to have that natural finish. To set the brows, I just use my face powder to set it in place. So I bought this palette from Lazada, and as you can see, there's literally nothing on it. I don't know what brand it is or anything about it, but the quality and quantity of shades is worth it anyways. Taking this brown shade and just putting it on my crease and not dragging it down too much on the lid. Gradually building up the color until you have your desired pigmentation of the color on your lids. Once satisfied, take a shade that closely resembles to your skin color and use that to blend out the rough edges of the brown eyeshadow. And now do the same thing on the other eye. Make sure to blend and build up the color. This process may take some time, but it's better than having an overdue eye look. Now for the fun part, which is cutting the crease. Use any concealer to do so. Personally, I would skip this step, but since I want my shimmer eyeshadow to pop out, I'll be cutting the crease. Once that crease is cut, set that concealer with some powder to set it in place. And again, using the brush with the brown eyeshadow, gently blend it in with the cut crease. Taking this dark gold shimmer eyeshadow and focus on putting it on the middle part of the lid and gradually build up the intensity of the color. Now taking this brown shimmer eyeshadow and focus on putting that on the outer corner of the lid. Taking a lighter brown eyeshadow and use that to blend the harsh line between the upper crease color and the lid. And for the inner corner of the lid, I'll be using the Ever Bilena Advanced Glow Out Highlighter in the shade Strobe. Taking a clean brush with no products on it and gently further blend any harsh edges. For the eyeliner, I'm using the Fashion 21 Defining Eyeliner in the shade Dark Brown. Using a smudging brush and grab a brown eyeshadow and smudge the eyeliner to give it a slight smoky effect. Now repeat the same process on the other eye and also applying the same eyeliner on the lower lash line from the outer corner all the way to the center and smudge it out. Just using wet wipes to intensify the wing effect of the eye look and apply back a little bit of foundation for a cleaner outcome. Now taking the Everbilena color pencil in the shade black and use that to apply it on your tight line and your waterline. Before putting on my false eyelashes, I'll be curling up my lashes, and for the falsies, I'll be using the Sansan false eyelashes. For my mascara, I'll be using the Maybelline New York Hyper Curl Volume Express, which is waterproof. And just putting that on my lower lashes. After completing the eye look, now finishing up the rest of the face. For contour, I'm using the Pixi UV Whitening 2-Way Cake Perfect Fit in the shade Tropical Beige and use that to contour my cheekbones, forehead, jawline, and nose line. Using a smaller brush, I continue on contouring that nose line since not all of us are blessed with a pointed nose, kaya i-contour to the max na lang natin yan. For the blush, I'm using the Maybelline New York Color Show Blush in the shade Creamy Cinnamon, and this also acts like a slight suntan on the cheek area. To intensify it, I'll be adding some more blush from the Shawl Makeup Nude Blush. Before lipstick, I applied a clear gloss first, then proceed to the lipstick, mixing the O2O lipstick and liquid lipstick in the shade RGLL04 and 12. Apply a bit of Fashion 21 eyebrow gel in the shade Clear to set the brows. For a highlighter, I'm using the Vice Cosmetic Aura Glow in the shade Shining, Shimmering, Splendid and applying it to the high points of my face. Joke lang yung Shining, Shimmering, Splendid lang guys ha, because there are two other shades which are the Shimmering and Splendid, and yung ginagamit ko is the shade Shining. And of course, for the finishing touch, using the shade My Boyfriend's Purse from the Jeffree Star collaboration with Shane Dawson Controversy Palette and apply that on the brow bone. Last but not the least, using again the Lux Organics Beauty Mist by Miss Anne Klutz as my setting spray to finish the Summer Glam look.